going on my 14th year of teaching. I'm going to be teaching 4th grade science and social studies this year. So, I promised I was going to film this whole process from the beginning to the end. And I've had some memory card issues. So I lost a portion of, I think it's days 8 and 9. I think I have like the beginning of day 8 and the end of day 9, and the memory card I had used for that span in between, yeah, it didn't work. And so I don't have that footage, but I don't want to just skip it and not pretend that I haven't been in my room 2 days. So I'm going to go through that footage and put some of it together now for some clips for y'all, and then that's what you're gonna see right now. So here's the view from the front. These are the chairs I need to finish putting around. So I ended up doing 3 tables facing this way, and then 1 on each side flanking it facing this way. And if at all possible, I'm trying to only put 3 kids per table so that they're spaced out, because like this kid on the end is really far from that kid in the middle, and then that kid on the end. The only thing I had to watch was like this student here and that student, so I need to measure that. And then I know this is too tight right now back here, but I need to measure, because I might be able to scoot each of these up a smidgen, and then I can lose a little bit of this space up here. I mean, I need some of it, but I can maybe go up like 1 tile, like to like about here, maybe even there if I have to, but I definitely can come up 1 tile. And then maybe that'll give some room back there. And then I have right now 3 desks there, and then I have 2 here. But I think when I measure, I haven't measured yet, I think I'm gonna be able to put 1 right there in front of that, and I'm not worried about the chart behind it because I'm not using it right now. So I might even take the ribbons down off of it for right now, or just make sure I put a kid that's not gonna mess with them there. And then I might try to put 1 right next to that heater. Yeah, I might try to put a kid up near that heater. I don't really want to, but hopefully we won't have to be quite this distant by the time we would need that. Don't usually turn that on until right at Christmas time. So I don't know, but I'm gonna start measuring and see what I can come up with. So wish me luck. Okay, so I think I have my desk situated. I kind of broke into our gradebook system and looked at my rosters for my numbers, and then I talked to the principal to make sure. But I will turn you around and show you what I came up with. If you have any better ideas, just let me know. But this is what I came up with, so I'm gonna show you. All right, so this is me walking into the door. I don't love the position of this desk because it is hard to see the board. I'll show you. Yeah, see, it's kind of hard to see the board, but it is what it is. I probably won't put a kid here unless I have to, but I mean, it's not impossible to see the board, and I'll make it work. But that's probably the desk I'm the least happy with. But I was able to put 4 here. These 4 are more like 5 foot apart. I couldn't quite do 6 and get 4 here. Yeah, but these are 5. And then if you look here, I did 3 like horizontal facing the front, and then I did a vertical here, and I did a vertical flanking the other side. And I only put 3 kids per table. Normally you could put 4 or 5, but this time I just did 3. So I did 1 on each end and then 1 in the middle. They're not quite 6 foot apart, but they are very very far apart if you look. Like, it's a very big table. And they're not actually facing each other. Like, the two facing each other are, I think these tables are almost 10 foot. They're over 8. So, yeah. And then I have this table, which will be my VIP table down the road. And I measured from this seat to that seat, and that seat to this seat, and this seat to that seat, and they're all at least 5 foot apart. The only one that's not 5 foot apart is this one to this one, but this is just an extra computer, so I will only use this when I absolutely have to, and I'll try to make sure that there's no one in these seats when I do. Like, I'll probably have those kids use that computer since they're right there. And then on this back wall, I have 3 spaced out. I could almost get a 4th one. If I move that computer table over a little bit, I probably can, but my Ethernet cord won't reach, so I might play around and see if one of my cords is longer, because if I can move that one like more to the end, that computer table, I might could get a 4th one, or but yeah, there's that. Or I could get this kid a little bit off of like my carts and stuff. And then here's this area, and this is kind of close here, but honestly, we're not going to be utilizing the library right at first. I'm just being honest. Like, so hopefully by the time we're utilizing the library, I can tighten it up just a smidgen and move this table, you know, in and up a little bit. That's my outdoor recess cart. It was originally going where that desk is, but I think I'm gonna put it in that corner by the heater back there, because we're not gonna be using that stuff at the beginning of the year anyway. So I think it's coming right along. Okay, so it is about 12 o'clock and I'm gonna eat lunch soon, but I figured before I go to eat lunch, I'm gonna go ahead and start tackling this. Maybe I'll get it finished and get these indoor recess stuff into this cart with those bags. So that's what I'm about to start on. Here we go. Corner back there. It was gonna go in the front corner, but now there's a desk over there, so I'm gonna see if this fits well in the back corner. Hopefully it does. And then I'm going to eat my lunch and do some classwork, and then I might get started back on some decor stuff, because I think the only thing I had left on my list to get done today that I have not done is film that book haul. But if I can't get my camera working during my lunch, I will probably wait and do that when my camera's working, because yeah, filming takes up a lot of memory, so I'd rather do that on my camera than my phone. So this up, lunch, decor, and hopefully some classwork during lunch. Wish me luck. All right, so it's the end of the day. Corey and I are about to run to the store. I know you're shocked, but it's happening. I didn't get to a lot of decor today, but I'm gonna spin you around and kind of show you what I did get accomplished. So I'm pretty happy with what I got done. And then we're gonna head on out, and we might be up here some this weekend to get my boards up, like my bulletin boards, my faux bulletin boards, so that I can do those here soon. So let me spin you around and show you what we're working with. Okay, so quickly, this is how my room looks when you enter. I think I did a pretty good job of spreading out the desk. Most of them are, like I said, between 5 and 6 foot apart. This still looks the same. When Corey comes with a ladder, I'm gonna probably have him hang all the high stuff. So like my alphabet will go up there, and then you'll see the faux curtains that we're gonna do when I finally get to those. Here's all of these desks. I've started picking up on these tables what I know I'm not going to use. So like this is full of decor that I know I'm not going to use. And then there's a few more things here that I probably won't use this year, but I'm not positive. Like I know I won't use all of this border, but I left it out if there was any chance I would use it. And then this plastic, I need to fix my crate seats, and then I put this plastic over the crate seats so that they are wipeable. I did this before COVID because it makes them last a lot longer, but it's definitely going to be good for during COVID because I can wipe my seats down. And then all this is the same. That box is decor, which it's basically just these. This is a border that I did last year, and I plan on doing it on my board outside this year, like the bulletin board that we have outside in the hallway. That's what I plan on using this for. Then I got this. This is one thing I've been working on since I last spoke to you. Someone did not have room in their classroom for this when they started spreading all their stuff out and got rid of their kidney table. And I have wanted a kidney table for years. Like Corey has almost bought me one off Amazon. So I'm so excited. It needs some scrubbing, and I need to get my Goo Gone because it had some sticky where some things were taped to it. But I am ecstatic. And I purposely put it against over there. And then over here, I have enough room to get in and out. And then once I'm sitting down, I can wheel my cart over here. And now I'm pretty much shut in and none of the kids can get back to me or my area. I actually like that. Then I moved these computers over onto this table. I have not hooked them up yet because the table really, really needs some kind of cover on top or painting. But I just don't know if I'm gonna have time to get to it. Like if I get to it, it might be like right before school, the kids come back. Like after the teachers come back, but before the kids. So I'm just gonna leave the computers unplugged until I can get to it. My library is pretty much the same. I was able to put away a bunch of those books. This is pretty much the same. And then all the rest of this. But I think I've done a good job of getting most things cleaned up. So I got like all that TST cleaned up. This just needs to be hung. These, I still have to do my book. My book haul. And then I will be able to put all these away. That I just need to take home. And then those are just some binders and some cords that I need for when I set up the computers. So most things are pretty much put away. Okay, so now that you've seen that, we are on the way to our school, the school. And when we get there, I say we, by the way, because Corey, my awesome husband and room decorating assistant, is going with me to help me hang some things and move some things and do all the high things that I don't like to do. So we're on the way to school, and yeah, basically the things I just listed are the kind of things we're going to be doing. I have a few things like my alphabet and rules and a couple things that go up high. We have where I'm going to do the faux bulletin board. That's a big project for today. I have a couple more things that I need hung in the concrete walls that he has to use his drill and everything for. And then we might get to the faux valance or curtains that we're gonna do. So we'll see how much of it we're able to get done today. I don't like to keep them there all day since it is his day off and I'm dragging him to my school. But yeah, we'll see what we can get done. So follow along now that you're caught up with where the room is at now and see what we get done today. So we made it into the classroom and Corey's already set to working. He wants to get it done. But I'm gonna real quick, before I get working, show you the stuff that we bought for the room. So, I got one more of these racks from Michael's. So I have one for to grade and one for to file. Then I have some more Michael's crayon boxes, and I'm gonna put my task cards for my stem bins that are over there in these boxes. And then I just got a bunch of different sized bins from Big Lots. So I have these bins, these, and I have this one size smaller inside, and then those. So that's everything we bought. So now I'm gonna go see if Corey needs help. So Corey is busy working on the board. So while he's doing that, I'm just do a couple little projects and just listen for if he needs me to hold something or do something. I've learned quick doing projects around the house and at school that he will let me know when he needs help, and he doesn't need someone there bugging him. So I had my crayons in this little half crate. I'm moving them over to this that I just got from Big Lots. And then I'm gonna use these half crates because they have a little lip, and I have 3 of them. So I'm gonna actually use these half crates for my students' files. So I put these down at the bottom of my shelves over here. And I'm going to use them for student filing. So I'm moving my crayons into this one. I already had one of this one size smaller, this one. And I tried my crayons in this, but they stack up like 2 to 3 crayons higher than the bin. And I didn't like that, so just thought that you had to stack them in a very certain way to get them to almost halfway fit, and I knew that the kids wouldn't do that on their own. It would be a struggle all year. So I'm gonna try this one out, and I'm seeing my husband look at me, so I'm gonna go see what he needs. So I moved them over and they fit just fine. I actually have some room to spare in case I put some more in here. So yeah, I think they actually fit better in here than in that, because in this one they had to stack like a lot higher, and so I actually like that a lot. So I'm gonna go move this over there and kind of get that area rearranged. So that's where I'm headed. All right, so Corey's still back there working on getting my board up and straight. So I'm gonna just show you what I have been doing. I feel like I'm just doing little minuscule things around here. I feel bad, but it's things that need to get done. So let me show you. So I wasn't happy with my cart. It was kind of jumbled. So here's what I came up with. I bought some of these smaller containers from Big Lots, and I switched out my erasers from one of these big coloring boxes, one of those big crayon boxes, to this little container, and it made me be able to fit another little container. And I had my glue sticks and my scissors all in one crayon box, and I didn't like that, so now I have them separated. I know that these erasers and this are in the same box. I'm gonna probably try to look for some you know, the little ones that are just a little square. I know they sell them a lot of times at like Dollar Tree and stuff. So I might try to get, whether it's clear or this kind of material, a little square just to put the erasers in on one side or something to divide them. But if not, I don't think that looks that bad. Then I got my tape, and here are my like line readers to help them read and stay on the right line. These are Expos. I stuck a pair of scissors here, but they'll probably move. They just got stuck there. There's my little, I love this Carl Angel pencil sharpener. It does the perfect edge, and it doesn't, the pencils don't break off in it. It's not impossible to break a pencil off, but they don't like other pencil sharpeners, and it's really easy to fix if they do break one off. I have these sitting here, but I saw a hack from Elementary in the Mitten that the like, I don't know if it's supposed to be over the door, or the little hook hanger that they sell at Dollar Tree fits like perfectly on the side of one of these carts. And then you can use like on command hooks or something like that to adhere it to the cart. So I think I'm going to try to do that, because I have these, I've had them for years. I have these task cards, well, not really task questions, and I like them because they are questions you can use with any story. So if you're trying to just make sure you're going deeper with your questions, and then they are by Bloom's taxonomy, so like creating questions, remembering questions, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and then same kind of thing. I think one set is for fiction and one set's for nonfiction. This I divided into two, so like I think this one is fiction and this one is nonfiction. But I really like them. I'll use them a lot at my teacher table, and then I'll also sometimes use them in my center groups, and it makes it really easy to differentiate, because I can tell each group what color questions I want them to answer and how many. So like certain groups I can have them answer a lot more of the higher level thinking questions, and then you know, I can just mix up the range of how many of each color they have to answer. So then it helps me not only differentiate the actual difficulty of the passage, but I can differentiate my questions pretty easily. So I like that, but I haven't ever found a good place to just, I've just always had them stuck like here or there on my cart. So I'm hoping that I can get some of those cooks and put them along the side, and maybe even some other task cards sometimes. So hopefully that works. And then down here I have just the like sheet protector, dry eraser boards. I have some rulers, and then these are actual dry erase boards that are magnetic and they're lined on the other side. And then down here, that one is crayons, and I have a big thing of color pencils that go right here, and then these are individual sets of markers. So that is what's in my cart, and then this kind of goes in correlation with my cart, because I have some pencils, and then I have pens, because if they're doing an actual like if we're working together, we'll use pencils, and then when they do their progress monitoring, a lot of times I'll have them do that in blue or black ink or red ink, and that way when we go over it I can see what was their original answers. And then here I have these three empty, because I'm going to put 3 different color highlighters for us to use for reading and writing practice. So this kind of goes in correlation with my cart. So yep, that's my cart. I don't usually put a lot of the actual specific things that we're working on for the week, because I put those over here. So right now I just have random books in those book boxes, but they'll get shuffled and moved along to some other places, and this will become where I actually put the supplies that we're working on for our actual centers. And then I have these tubs here also. I have 3 of them because I have 3 classes, and that will kind of be, I'll probably do some folders, one for each group that comes to me. I think Corey is done, so I'm gonna go see what we're about to do next because I've rambled on way too long. So Corey has finished hanging the foam, which was a feat because in this old building that sadly nothing is squared. But yeah, so we hung, and he did a really good job. It's nice and secure, like it isn't going anywhere. But we hung foam up on the board, and now I'm going to be able to staple into this just like a normal bulletin board. So I am excited. He's the best. Corey is about to start hanging some things for me, and while he does that, I'm going to set y'all down and I'm going to try out this faux bulletin board he made me. So fingers crossed that this works. Really hope it works. So here we go. So I'm not gonna lie, this did not go as smooth as I hoped. Fabric is pretty hard to come by right now. So the fabric that I was able to buy, this black fabric, is like the heaviest duty canvas you can get. It's really heavy, and the problem we were having with the foam was the canvas was so heavy that it was sliding out the staples before you could get it all stapled down. So what I did is I went ahead and just hot glued the actual fabric up, but I'm hoping because this canvas is so thick and heavy and I have this to work with, that I'm going to be able to then staple into this, especially since everything I'm stapling is a lot lighter than the canvases. So wish me luck. So you saw me putting the sticky tack on my alphabet, and here it is. Corey hung it for me. So I might get some clear matte spray if I remember from Walmart, because in some places it's hard to read because of the glare. It's not too bad because it's not directly in front of the windows, but it does have some glare. But I like it up there. It has the like multicolored polka dot. Yup. And then he hung my race strategy along the front. And once again, these I might definitely try to get some matte spray for, but he hung those for me. And then down here, I will put my cubes next to those cube system. Cubes next to cube. Yeah, but down underneath my 2 whiteboards right there, I'll probably put the cubes. And then right there, I'm going to put my levels of learning in that empty space. And then this board is going to be our schedule on one side and my voice levels on the other side. And then back here is going to be like supplies needed, agenda, homework kind of stuff. So like this will be their schedule, like when we're doing science, when we're going to specials, things like this. But the agenda is going to be like what books they need out, like what we're actually doing for each class, if that makes sense. Schedule will include like lunch and breaks and all that. This is just what we're doing while they're in this classroom, that kind of thing. So yeah, but now I'm going to put you down and I am going to see if I'm able to staple into this board now. So wish me luck again. Maybe it'll go better this time. Okay, so we're about to head out. I was gonna real quick show you the last couple of things we did before I leave. So we did get a good bit accomplished. I'm happy with how everything's looking. All right, so as you might have seen in that clip, I was able to staple it onto this actual black fabric just fine. So I got my borders, and I think that these borders are gonna look really good with that border over there. So even though this is the inspirational words instead of just the alphabet, I think that it's the same coloring, it's the same style, and I'm using that same crayons inside. So I think the borders really go together. And then I'm gonna mirror this border on that board over there when I do it. And then we got my race strategy up. And then Corey did this, finished this whole corner for me. So here's that. So I have my Mary Poppins, my Toy Story, and then I stuck some papers in there until I can put them away, but one's gonna say to grade and one's gonna be to file, and then it's gonna be first period, second period, third period. So that's how this area is looking. So yeah, I'm really happy with everything. Didn't really do anything over there, but I love my library. I just love it. I think I'm gonna put my clock in that little spot left. So I have my clock right here. I think I'm gonna put that right there. And I'm gonna move this over. It was centered how I had the computers before, but it is not centered now, and it is driving me bananas. So I am gonna move that over like the about 2-3 inches that it needs to be moved. And then I did end up repurposing a Dollar Tree trash can for the pot for that plant over there. So yeah, I'm really happy with how things are looking. But we're gonna go get some lunch and call it a day, because I also have a lot of classwork to do. I have a research proposal and I have to prep for my midterm as well as my normal week work. So yeah, I'm gonna go start on that stuff. But I hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget to like this video so I know that you like classroom setups and I can do some more, and subscribe so you can keep up with all my future content. And if you have any suggestions or anything, just leave those in the comments below. I love to hear from y'all. And I will see you next time. Bye.